Is this thing on? Welcome back to Big Mouth and fancy seeing you here. A very, very good morning to you, everyone, and you are very welcome. So the divide between Disney and Lucasfilm has begun. So let's take it back a notch, right? I think Star Wars fan theory, and I'm not sure about this, but a Star Wars fan anyway, a YouTuber, released some fan fiction. It was done in a video. I'm assuming he used kind of footage from Star Wars. It was apparently one of the best Star Wars pieces of fan fiction that anyone's ever done. It was about Darth Vader. Everyone loved it. But then Disney put a copyright strike on it via YouTube, I think. So what happened yesterday is, after all the fans complaining and threatening to boycott Star Wars Episode 9, Lucasfilm instructed Disney to withdraw that strike, which Disney have now done, which is a great news. This is a great situation for Star Wars and the fans, and obviously the companies were getting worried because Episode 9 is in trouble already, let alone upsetting the fans like this. Now, Lucasfilm could have won some friends from with Star Wars fans, so this could help. This could help at the end of the day, get a few more people to support Episode 9. So they had to do it. But who has the power at Lucasfilm to tell Disney to withdraw a strike? Nobody. Disney own Lucasfilm. So what's going on? But we've seen this before. We've seen companies that own other companies that are still entities have a divide with the big company. So I think this is the beginning of the divide between Lucasfilm and Disney. But this goes beyond that. The only person who would have had the power to tell Disney to withdraw that strike is George Lucas. Yeah, it is started, my friends. George Lucas wants Lucasfilm back. I have no doubt about this. It is the beginning. I think what we've seen, we've got one Star Wars film coming out this Christmas. Now, we know the Game of Thrones boys are developing a trilogy. We know that it looks like Rian Johnson is doing a trilogy via the Disney Plus streaming service, but there's not much talk about these projects, and I'm very interested what's going on. It's like there's really not much going. Now, I know we've got like The Mandalorian and all that going on, but I do believe this is the beginning of the divide. Now, let's just say let's allege George Lucas wants Lucasfilm back, and he wants ownership of his Star Wars property from Disney. Disney ain't going to do this knowingly. They're not going to say, here you are, George, unless, as part of the sale deal, part of the contract, there is something there that says that George can reclaim the property. Now, I'm not a legal mind. I don't know if that's possible. But if he can't do that, he could always take litigation against Disney to try and get Lucasfilm back. I think it's begun. There is no way anyone at Lucasfilm has gone to Disney, oi you, withdraw that strike on that fan movie. No way. This could have only come from George Lucas himself. Now, he must still have a few shares in Lucasfilm. Not enough to, scare anyone, but this is George Lucas. He's powerful. He has contacts within the industry. This is one of the great filmmakers, and let's be honest, the great filmmakers in Hollywood now are very few and far between. So there's absolutely no question that he's still very powerful and wields a lot of power and fear between the corridors of Hollywood. So I think, when people say to me, Lucasfilm ordered Disney to do this, well, Lucasfilm, nobody orders Disney to do anything. They're that powerful. And as I say, reading between the lines, the only person, and I'm only alleging this is just my opinion, this is not a fact, right? In my opinion, it feels to me that these are the invisible hands of George Lucas who have done this, because many companies in this situation now with YouTube have a lot of fans making fan fiction, fan movies, using footage that these studios own. Now, some studios let it go. Some, like CBS and Paramount, don't. Star Trek fans have had a lot of problems. But the thing is, you want to encourage this passion from the fandom and this creativity, because they're endorsing what you're doing, so you endorse what they're doing. And at the end of the day, it's about a fair use policy as well. But it's about having studios having that good relationship between the fans and themselves. And what Disney did with this fan film was wrong. Let's get that straight. It was wrong. But I think this is the beginning of the end of the relationship between Disney and Lucasfilm. But I think it goes beyond that. This is the beginning of the end of Disney's stranglehold on Lucasfilm.